this video is a reminder of my first experience of a Harley Davidson Fatboy. I was driving this. There was a Harley demo day where you got to, if you booked in, you could go ride a whole bunch of their bikes. The demo day being in Edinburgh. And I did two bikes. So this is my experience of two very different bikes. The Fatboy, the one which the Harley Davidson that was used in Terminator 2. And also the Sportster S, the kind of modern, sporty version motorbike. So, first of all, we'll just have a little look at the actual bikes that we had, and I'll tell you my experiences of it coming up. So here I'm just riding back. So this is the end of my actual ride. Unfortunately, it was a wet, slimy day, and here I've got some video footage of the bike close up after it's been ridden. And all very, very dirty. So definitely the thought of the chrome really shows up on a wet day like this. I think this is the 2023 version. It had done 0 miles when I started. You hear that in the next bit. The guy that took us out on the cruise, he warned me that it's a brand new bike, brand new tires on a wet road. It's a bike that I've never had this much power from before, huge amount of torque. He says if I downshift too early, it could lock up the back wheel and all that stuff. So, yeah, just a bit of a different riding experience here. Did like the analog dials and just the kind of no-nonsense up front. Could do with heated grips, certainly in Scotland. My first thought was heated grips on a day like that would have been nice. The very, very fat tyre at the back didn't slip or anything. The weight of the bike didn't feel bad at all. But here, what we'll do is just hear my very first impressions. You hear me kind of going, holy shit, this sounds amazing. Finding the kickstand was a challenge at the start. And then just revving the engine, because it's about 1,800 something cc, just revving the engine. There's so much momentum in it. Just so impressed by it.
So sexy. Is this brand new? As in, this is not done.
New.
Super new.
I wasn't lying, buddy.
Wow.
Okay. At least you've got 0.1.
Yeah.
I've got 0.0.
0.0, nice. God. Fuck yes. Ah. Big mirrors.
You'll be back in looking like, right, trade in my ball kidney.
Yeah. Exactly. Well, that's the plan.
Take a kidney. Give me a bite.
Yeah. Fucking cool.
So here I'll calm down the sound of the motorbike and just talk more about my experience with it. So this bike is over 300 kilograms when you've got, especially with a full tank. It's got big like foot boards at the side, which really are a nice place to put your feet, but it does mean you need to put your feet a little bit wider whenever you do stop anywhere. The power, the torque was exciting, and going around corners, granted I was taking it slow, I wasn't pushing in any way, it was wet, it was a slippy road, and couldn't find neutral. That was the other thing. So he said with a new bike, certainly with this new kind of Fatboy, trying to find neutral is very, very tricky, and that was proven correct for me. Not once could I find neutral. So a little bit around, a couple of roundabouts at the start for us to then head out onto some kind of 60 mile an hour back roads. The the speedometer, I rarely looked at that, because the fact is I didn't care about the speed with this. This was just such a sit back, almost relaxing, just muscle bike. Just the sound of it everywhere you go just felt cool. Obviously, with it was annoying rain. It was just that slimy rain that you get, so my camera just gets covered in it. A bit later on, I put my foot. I don't put my foot down. I pull the throttle hard, and we get a good. It just peels all the water off the camera. So I think if you're riding in wet weather, to get a clear camera, just have to absolutely floor it. But yeah, certainly getting around corners for my first time on a bike as big and as heavy and as powerful as this, with as many warning signs as told, I was very quickly had confidence and wasn't nervous with it at all. Here the instructor guy was saying to us, when we're at traffic lights, buddy up, go side by side at traffic lights so we can all get through at gaps like this. So that was a good little learning experience for riding in a group like that. I think he was on a sport glide, I think is what he is, with the little panniers at the side. My bike had no panniers on it, and surprisingly it didn't feel too big. So at no point was I thinking this is too difficult to ride. So I've only ridden a 125 and my sports bike, which I used for the passing my test, which was a 650 Kawasaki RS or something. And this is a completely different world, but straight away the Fatboy gave me confidence in riding it. And that was the thing, the sound of it and the power of it meant there's no revs, so I don't know what revs I was doing at any point during this, but certainly I just going from 30 to 50, that feel of torque, that feel of power, that awesome sound that it makes is all you need. You just it doesn't make you want to go fast, it just makes you want to just have that power on tap whenever you've got it. Here I think I floor it. So going from fast back down to slow, coming down the gears, there was, again, the engine does feel massive, that extra torque. You do really need to bring the revs down, so you can't do any early shifting, or whatever it is. But certainly coming to corners, the weight is so low down that there's just no hesitation for slow maneuvers. Like, slow maneuvers in this felt confident, and that's the main thing I can take away from this, is that this bike, although scary powerful, scary amount of torque, unbelievably loud and cool, wasn't actually a scary bike. I shouldn't say scary speed or anything, but it was just mentally fun. But yeah, slowing down for all these junctions where, like, a scary bike is one which you're nervous to get on and ride. This one, at no point was I nervous to ride, like straight away, which is the bizarre thing. And then here, going through some traffic lights, just no problems at all. This is a good sound bit where I floor it again as we come out of this little town, and you can see when we get the speed up, the water comes off the actual camera. So listen to it here, good sound. The final impression that I had of this bike was instantly, as I got back to the place, was confidence, power, sound, coolness, relaxed, comfortable. It made me feel special. It made me feel confident. And I instantly wanted to put down a down payment and find out the financing costs for one. So demo days with Harley Davidson, definitely you've got yourself as a customer. Like before I was like, I want the Triumph Rocket 3R or GT. Now I'm like, not interested in the Triumph Rocket anymore. The Harley Davidson Fatboy is the best bike I've ever thought of. That's much more the riding position, the power, the sound, not too powerful. I think it's like 120 horsepower, but I don't need a high revving sports bike. This is just my level of coolness. And yeah, just like here back into the car park where everybody is, just confident riding. Loved it. Well done, Harley. The Harley Davidson Fatboy 2023 is a fantastic bike. Definitely put an order for one once I get my Bitcoin up.
So I even like this version more than the older one because it's got the air through discs.